Hello everyone and warm welcome to this session. In this video I am going to demonstrate you very popular as well simple operation in digital image processing, that it is thresholding of grayscale images. So for that purpose let us switch to the editor window. So I just maximize this editor window and start coding with the MATLAB syntaxes of close all, then clear and CLC, so that we can have fresh execution of our program. Now adding a comment line for what purpose we are writing this particular program. So this is a program to demonstrate image thresholding. Now for thresholding a grayscale image, we require image in our MATLAB environment, so we need to access it from the current folder or current directory, you can say. So I just modularize the program. The first module will be to read the input image so that we can process it by thresholding here. So we will read the input image with the MATLAB syntax IamRead, and that will be assigned to the variable capital A. So in the IamRead, a pair of parentheses, and inside which we have a pair of single quote, we need to specify the file name of the input image to be accessed. So very popular one, that cameraman.tif I am going to access here. At the end we suppress the output with the help of semicolon. Now let us save this particular program in the current folder. So I save it with the name program_5.m will be the file extension. Now we have saved it. You can check the file here, the name on the editor window here, and as I run this particular program, initially the workspace was empty. Now it has a variable capital A that has holded up the information of cameraman.tif, and it has the dimensions 256 by 256 of data type uint8 here. Now getting back to the script, here we have taken cameraman.tif, but we can apply this particular programming to any image that is available in the current folder here. Now for further thresholding purpose, we require the two dimensions of the image read into the MATLAB environment here. The two dimensions we are assigning to the variables that I am going to generate, small m and n, and that assignment I can make with the help of the MATLAB syntax size here, where the input argument is capital A, the original image which is read into the MATLAB environment here. Now for applying the image thresholding operation, we need the thresholding parameter value. So that I am going to obtain from the user on the command window here. So let us modularize the second one, that it is generation of thresholding parameter. So I will generate a variable capital T that will have that thresholding parameter value, as we expect it to be given by the user on the command window. I make the use of input command within a pair of parentheses, and inside a pair of single quotes I will print a sentence so that it will instruct the user to enter the threshold parameter value. So the sentence will be enter the threshold parameter value and equal to sign. So T will hold the threshold parameter value. Now we will apply the image thresholding. Now for application of image thresholding, I am going to make the use of nested for loop. So the first for loop I am going to run for the variable I that will hold the value from 1 to the first dimension of the input image, that it is small m, inside which I am going to construct one more for loop that will run for the variable j holding the value 1 to small n, the second dimension for the input image here, inside which I am going to make the use of if else statement so that we can have thresholding performed here. So as the input image is with the variable capital A. Now the two dimensions are small m and small n, the maximum values for which we are running the I and j parameters. So I can call it A of I comma j here. Now I put the condition that if A of I comma j is less than the threshold value provided capital T, so that the resultant image that I am going to assign to the variable b, so I can call it b of I comma j, that will be assigned to 0, the lowest grayscale value here. Now this statement has else part. If this condition is not true, a of I comma j is not less than capital T, so that time for the output image to be generated, that I am going to write as b of I comma j, I will assign the value 255 here. So as I am working with the grayscale image which is having the 8-bit representation pattern here, so 2 to the power 8, total 256 gray shades are available there, and as we start with the 0, the maximum grayscale value is equal to 255. So here I am going to end the if else statement. I will also end the for loop. The next for loop also I will end here. So image thresholding we have performed here, the MATLAB code. Now it is the last module to have display of the input and output images here. So I just mentioned a comment line to separate this particular portion. Display of input and output images. So for display purpose I am going to make the use of subplot, as we have only two images to be displayed. Input, that is before thresholding, and the output, that is thresholded image. I am going to make one row, two columns, and the first cell here. Now display to the first cell will be of the input image before thresholding, that it was saved in the variable capital A, and to this correspondingly I will be specifying the title as original image. Now by the next line I am going to access the next cell of the subplot. Therefore I write 1 comma 2 comma 2, and thereupon I make a display of the output or the thresholded image which is saved into the variable b here. The corresponding title I provide that it is image after threshold operation. Now how much was the thresholding parameter value, that also we can specify in this particular subplot display here. So for that purpose I can provide the value onto one of the axes. So I can make the use of x label. So in the x label, for printing that particular value, threshold value parameter capital T, that we have accepted from the command prompt, I will make the use of sprintf, the MATLAB syntax, and thereupon I will write threshold parameter, and that value will be equal to, and it will be printed with the help of %g, and the parameter that has holded that information is capital T here. So this is what our script. I save the respected changes to the script here. After saving it, we will run this particular program. Now you see, earlier the command window was total clear screen. Now it is asking to enter the threshold parameter value. Let us say the threshold parameter value is equal to 50. As I hit enter, there it is, a MATLAB window popping up. As I maximize it, you see the original image cameraman.tif, and if I put a threshold parameter value is equal to 50, the output image, that is a thresholded image, is generated like this. Very few details are generated in the output image as compared to the original image. Now we can vary the threshold parameter value as well. As I run it again the command window is prompting to enter the threshold parameter value. Now I increase the value from 50 to 100. So you can see the change into the output image as I change the threshold parameter value from 50 to 100. Now if I further increase the value with, let us say, 150 and hitting enter, you see this is what the scenario we get in the output image generated after thresholding here. So this was a small demonstration with the input image cameraman.tif. If I change the input image to lena.jpg, which is another popular image dataset of grayscale type here, I save the changes after changing the input image and run the program. So for the threshold parameter value of 50, we get, this is the original image, and the thresholded image with this much of value is equal to like this. Next to that, if I run it with the value 100, so this is what the output image after thresholding parameter applied is equal to 100. And if I increase it beyond, let us say 150, so that time the output will be like this here. So this was a small demonstration to show you how the thresholding on a grayscale image can be made by using the MATLAB environment. Thank you.